website where you can get all of your internet marketing questions answered.
Good morning or good evening, depending where you are, everybody. Let's start our latest marketing meetup today, September 2nd, 2014. And as we introduced it already, or I introduced it already before, we're going to cover today answering your #1 question that you might have on your mind in order to build a profitable online business. And as I mentioned also to our members of our various sites like ViralURL, ViralinBox, ViralHosts, or Jollow, for example, or ViralPLR, not to forget. Obviously, you can also ask here any product-related questions that you might have. Basically, any business-related question that you have at all. Obviously, the #1 question will need to be answered first, before you can move on to the second and the third and the fourth, etc., etc., etc. question. But let's get started. And I actually started just the other day, I think about a day and a half ago, that I sent a mailing out asking you guys, what is your #1 question? What is it that you have? And we got a couple of replies back. And let's go through that first before we get started, and just to give you some ideas of what additional questions you can ask. And let me just quickly switch over to my text chat here. So here I can see who else is on here. Cool. Okay. I see there's somebody else, a couple others on the text chat here. Okay, cool. So let's get started. So what was the first question that we asked? Well, the first question was, of course, the question itself, right? What's the #1 question? We got, so far, we got 2 replies there, and we answered them so far already. And #1 question we got in was from Lawrence Mills. And Lawrence Mills asked us, how do I create, and let me just read it off here so I have the right question here. How do I create a list without actually creating a website for affiliate offers? And little pretense there so you know what it's about. Lawrence is actually, focusing 100% on affiliate marketing. So she doesn't have her own, she or he I guess, he doesn't have his own products. And he just wants to focus on affiliate marketing. He doesn't want to build his own website. So now it's wondering, can he actually build his own list there? I mean, he every now and then got an email from the programs that he's promoting, get an email with, like, hey, you just signed up so-and-so, name, email address. And he was, I suppose, he didn't say that in his question, but he was building his list just simply by adding those people manually to his autoresponder or, to his own list, which is a little bit of a tricky thing because they actually didn't opt in into his own list. And it could be considered spam if he starts emailing them, but yeah, I guess it depends on how he starts out. If he starts out by saying like, "Hey, thanks a lot for joining me in XYZ," and so on, so he starts building a relationship that way, that might actually work. It needs to be very individual and needs to fit to the program he fits. If he just starts sending them emails out about unrelated things, he might get into the deep end there with that method. So now, but how can he build a list if you yourself haven't even created your own website yet? And by the way, don't get me wrong, I still think that building your own website is super, super important, and on the long run you definitely want to do that. But there are ways actually to build your list in the beginning if you don't have yet your own website out there. And a quick shout out to Greg. Hi Greg, welcome to the Marketing Meetup. Good to have you on here. And I think Brett is also on here. Brett Haber also on here. Wonderful. Great. Good to have you guys on here. Again, while I'm talking and explaining things and going into any of these questions, feel free to always put stuff into the text chat. Let me know what your own questions are. I mean, maybe it's just something that you are not 100%, and excuse me, my voice is disappearing here for a second. I just need to get some liquid quickly so I can continue and don't lose my voice completely here. So again, while I'm covering these things here, feel free to put in your own questions, your own things that you're not 100% sure on. This can be, like I said, product-related stuff with our products, but it doesn't have to be at all. If there's anything that you're trying that you're not sure about, that you would like to know before you try them, etc., in your online business, just put your questions in here. In any of the text chats, either right under the video here or on the this side, on this side over here, then please go ahead. And I just noticed quickly something here that I think I might actually have pointed in the wrong direction there for a second. Let me just quickly fix this up here before we go deeper into the topic. Always good. Would have been good to fix this up before I got started, right? Oh boy, yeah, you know me. Let's put it in here, put it other way around. Just change this. Okay, just leave it like that for now. There we go. And apologize for my quick fixing here of things. Now that's done. Cool. Okay, let's continue. So while you think about the questions that you have and put them in text chat, I'll continue covering what we got so far here. So Lawrence again said he wants to build his list, looking for ways to do it, and he noticed that just relying on those emails from those affiliate programs and then adding that people to, that he referred to their affiliate program or to their website to his list was not just really reliable. Some sites don't send these notifications out. They don't let you know who you actually referred. They maybe tell you that you referred, and sorry, I got a little sidetracked in the chat, that you referred somebody at all, but they might not give you their email address, etc. If you're lucky, maybe their ID or their number or their name or something like that, but not even the email address. And that's totally normal out there because most affiliate programs, they don't really want you to contact those people directly. Now, but there are some affiliate programs out there that encourage these kind of things, and often these are viral mailer sites or sites that allow you to mail your downline, the people that you refer to a program. It doesn't need to be a viral mailer site, but it's very common with those. Now, that's one way of doing about it. Now, there's an advantage and a disadvantage about it. The advantage is you don't need an autoresponder system yourself. You don't need an Aweber or GetResponse or etc. account for yourself because they build a list for you. They allow you to mail to them. On the other hand, it's not really your own list yet, right? It's on their system. If you leave that site, if you don't use that site anymore, you lose that list that you have, that site, that downline that you built with them. Or if, God forbid, something happens to that site and it goes, belly up or something. So it's not 100% ideal. I mean, it saves you costs because they build a list for you and you can mail with them, but then you rely on their deliverability rates, you rely on them being around, you rely on you using that service or that site to actually do the mailings to the list that you build, the downline that you build in that particular program. Now, there's another type of programs out there that allows you to build your own list, and those are the programs that allow you to build your own autoresponder list. ViralPLR.com is one of them, our own site, right? We allow you as an upgraded member, again, upgraded only, the free members, build a list within our system, can mail people through our system, but with the upgraded members, we allow them even to mail or build their own list directly with their Aweber or GetResponse, etc. and accounts. And we actually support at the current time, I believe, 9 different autoresponder services, or 8 services, and one particular self-hosted script, the AdThread Mail Responder Pro you support. So we give you a ton of ways to build your own list with your own accounts, with Aweber, with GetResponse, or even on your own server if you use a script like AdThread Mail Responder Pro. So you have full control over your list, and no matter what happens to our site, you got your list there safe for you, and that's the #1 asset anyway you're building. You're building for your online business anyway. So if you are focusing on affiliate marketing and you don't want to bother yet with building your own website, etc., then that's the method to go. Now, I tell you right away, I personally think on the long run, you will want to build your own website. Even if you just start out very basically by getting your own domain name, and if your name is John Doe, then you should get theoretically johndoe.com, right? I mean, that's what I would recommend, at least, branding yourself in the beginning. On the other hand, obviously, if you have a very common name like John Doe, or like my name is very common, then you might end up, having to get something else. And then there can be anything that is, like keywords that relate to the topic that you want to cover. If you're talking about internet marketing, maybe it's something internet marketing something.com, or the internet marketing something.com, etc. So you get the drift, right? You get something that is either your own name, you brand yourself, or something that fits to the topic that you want to cover. And that's, by the way, something you should come up with, very, before you even start with these kind of things. figure out what direction you want to go. Yes, you could go theoretically multiple directions, but the problem is if you are starting to spread yourself too thin, you don't do anything properly there. You do a little bit here, a little bit there, a little bit there, but nothing really gets moved forward, gets enough momentum for you to really see success in your endeavor there. So again, like I said, yes, you can build your own list using services like like ViralPLR.com, or another one is 30minutelist.com is another one that offers that kind of thing. There are other sites out there that allow you to build your own list while you promote them in your own autoresponder service, in your own account, in an autoresponder service. So that's something to keep an eye open on if you want to go that route. But again, like I said, on the long run, you want to build your own website, and I would recommend that you get that name, yourdomain.com, or the keywords that you want to target.com, and then you put up on that site a blog, a simple WordPress blog to start with. And I have said that before, and I say it again. I think that's the most important thing and the easiest way for somebody starting out to get started. You put your blog on there, pick a nice template, and there's tons of those online. If you do a search for WordPress template or free WordPress template, if you don't want to spend any money, you'll find a ton of templates out there. And templates basically is just the look, the design that you get on your WordPress blog. And then you start posting content on there. And that's in regards to if you, for example, want to be an affiliate marketer that does just affiliate marketing, talk about the different benefits of a product, or talk about a problem that the product that you are promoting solves, and talk about how people have this problem, or how you had that problem and how it was solved by using that particular product, or explain to them how you exactly use it. It can be conversational. It doesn't have to be an essay that you write there, or a big novel that you write there. It can be short posts. It can be things that you want to share then, and then just simply put wherever you link to that particular product or service, use your affiliate link to link it there. Very, very simple. And the good thing about this is, in the beginning, when you start this, you will get very little traffic to this, but over time, as you put more and more content on there, and if you're tightly targeted to a particular topic area, you will notice that Google will pick up these blog posts very easily and list them in their search engine, and you will get SEO traffic that way. Now, obviously, you want to put on that blog an opt-in form on the site, an opt-in form, so you can then build your own mailing list on your own, continue building your own mailing list. Because if they just come to your website and leave again, then you don't have anything really to speak of afterwards. But if you build your mailing list with everything you do online, and building a blog, putting content out there is one way of doing that. Now, another way of doing this is, of course, that you publish those content posts that you have also in article directories, if they're good enough to be considered an article, not just a promotion. Could publish these things in article directories and then link back to your blog. More incoming links, more traffic to your blog, and then on the blog, on the sidebar somewhere, or maybe even as a hover over on the whole blog, you have your opt-in form offering them an ethical bribe, basically something that the visitor would like to get in exchange for their name and email address. And I believe nowadays the times of join my newsletter ain't gonna cut it anymore. I mean, nobody wants to join just a newsletter. But if you have something for them that you want that you can share them, get the latest tips on how to benefit the most from XYZ, for example, that particular affiliate program that you have, and you share these things with them as you get them. Get an hour. Even simply like, let me notify you of the next blog post, something like that along those lines, on the topic of, if it's something they're interested in, they will opt in. So definitely do that. And you could even use a service like ViralPLR, for example, to build your opt-in list on your blog. We provide widgets that you can put there that offer the latest ViralPLR product as an ethical bribe for opting in. And those people then end up, if you're an upgraded ViralPLR member, in your own Aweber, GetResponse, or whatever autoresponder system you have. But the way I keep saying Aweber and GetResponse, obviously there are others, but those two are just the most commonly used ones nowadays. So that's why I keep using those two as examples. Okay, now let me have a quick look if I missed any text chat here. No, looks all quiet right now. By the way, guys, if you're having any questions, remember to just ask questions as they come to your mind. don't censor yourself either. Don't feel free. There's no. How did a teacher of mine say a long time ago? There's no such thing as a stupid question. There's most likely just a stupid answer. So if I can't answer your question, then I'll ask you. Try to clarify, etc. No problem. So feel free to put in whatever you want in there. It's a question or comment, etc. in the text chats that are around here. And let me see if I point now right. Yeah, on this side is one text chat, and down here is the other text chat, not the other one side that I showed before. Okay, speaking of stupid answers, I almost gave a stupid answer when I asked the question. Somebody on our, and that was, let me try to find his name, Brett, asked on my blog the question about if, let me just actually read this to you so it's a bit easier. My decision was significantly, or my direction was significantly redirected. I'm currently committing to navigating the patenting process. What would your advice in terms of incorporating this effort in ViralURL be? Now, honestly, I'm not very familiar with the patenting process, whatever that means. And so I asked him back, like, patent process, can you explain? Do you have a URL to look at? So now what I found out from simply asking back, right, before I give him a stupid answer, I thought, like, I better ask him back to clarify what it is about. And what he said basically, or what he's trying to explain there is basically that he's had an idea for a product, I believe it was in the pet industry, or a pet product for pets, and he wanted to actually get it developed. So it's like a physical product, I assume, there. And he's doing a fundraising campaign with over at, let me try to remember what it was called. Indigo.com, right? Crowdfunding he's doing there. Basically, he's trying to explain there what he's trying to create and trying to raise funds to create the product, or in this case, to get it patented also. Get a prototype done, or prototypes done, and get it patented. And so for that reason, he needs the money to do these kind of things. Now, I looked at this particular Indigo campaign, and number one thing I noticed is my first thought was like, can you, before I get to what I saw there, can you use ViralURL to promote something like that, like Indigo campaign trying to raise funds to develop a product and then create the prototypes and then get it patented? And I was thinking about it for a second. I was thinking, like, well, what is the ideal audience that you have, or that you will have, if you promote something within, for example, ViralURL.com. And ViralURL.com, again, is just an example, basically. Here you could put any site there, any site that allows you to advertise. What is the ideal thing that you can advertise to that crowd? Now, my first thought was, of course, obviously internet marketing stuff. But then I was like, wait a second. Obviously, not 100%. Not 100% of these people will be interested in any kind of type of internet marketing product. Into some kind of internet marketing products, yeah. Are they going to be most likely interested in traffic generation? Very, very likely, because they joined a traffic generation website, a site that helps them to generate traffic for themselves. Or in case of ViralURL, the front-end product being a cloaking, or a tracking, cloaking, and shortening of link kind of service for free. What we can tell for sure is that they want to advertise something, right? Why would you want to cloak and shorten and track a link? Because you're advertising something. That might be because you're an affiliate marketer, an MLMer, maybe you own an online business. Who knows? There could be tons of different directions of what you're doing. So, but one thing they all have in common is they want to advertise something. So now, if your product that you're offering to them is a product that is about advertising somehow, then you can be pretty sure that the vast majority of those people that you're advertising to in ViralURL or any other site that offers advertising, right, will be interested in advertising and will be interested in maybe in what you have to offer. There's a high chance for that, right? So if you're advertising to them, and let's say in the case of ViralURL, there's about 76,000 members, you can say that probably 70,000 members will be interested in what you have to offer. So if you advertise out, the chances of you getting results or actions upon what you're offering are very high. Now, in this particular case, he was offering, or he was looking for people that are helping him with crowdfunding that particular invention idea he had. So now again, before I go into the details, what I saw there and what I advised him, obviously that crowd will be a lot smaller. Now the thing is like this: out of this 76,000 people, how many people are actually interested in pets? There will be some, obviously, right? I mean, there for sure will be some, but it's not the ideal target market. Ideal target market would be if you go to a place, you advertise at a place where these kind of people hang out. Like, for example, a forum that talks about pets, right? That would be probably a place where advertising will be more effective, more people that are more likely to interested in your product. Now, again, he's doing a crowdfunding campaign, so maybe depending on how he set it up, the crowdfunding, what does he offer the people that fund his proposal? What does he offer them? Is he targeting the end consumer of the product that he's trying to develop? Or is he targeting maybe distributors of that end product? Or is he targeting, for example, people that have other reasons to crowdfund that particular project? Now, now let's go into the thing what I found there on his crowdfunding listing. And what I found there was that he was offering, he was explaining that he was looking for people that help him fund the patenting process and the creation of the prototypes, but then he was not really going into detail about what or I missed it at least, and what the product was about that he's trying to develop. He said basically it's something, something that makes it something very simplistic for pets, or for your pets, something like that. Something that makes something very simple, but it didn't go into detail. And my advice for him, number one advice was, no matter where you send traffic to, and he can send traffic, ViralURL traffic, to that crowdfunding thing that he has, but before he does it, he wants to make sure that he explains in as much detail as possible what is in it for the person that he's trying to attract. And in this case, he's not necessarily trying to attract the end consumer. It could be that he's trying to attract the end consumer already, but he's probably trying to attract investors into his idea. So what's in it for them for investing in his, in his idea there? And what he had there at that point was basically saying, like, you get special naming in our product brochure. So now, who's interested in being named in a product brochure for a pet product? Probably some person that offers another product, maybe a related product, to that particular pet product, right? Again, for that reason, that person will need to know, what is this idea all about? Is this a good match? Would it make sense for me to be listed in his documentation or his manual for his product as one of the person that helped develop this product? Would it make me maybe elevate my expert status? Maybe you are a trainer, a trainer for pets, and you want to be listed in this pet product as a person that supported the development of this product. In return, again, of course, to get name recognition, get maybe customers back to yourself. That would be a possible reason, but he didn't go into detail for this. How could this benefit them, or also, what exactly is the product? So number one thing is, before you send traffic anywhere, is make sure that where you send your traffic to is crystal clear to the person coming, what's in it for them. Why should they take action upon whatever you're offering on that page? No matter if it's a crowdfunding campaign where you ask for funding a project, no matter if it's a direct sales page, a sign-up page, a squeeze page, right, name capture page, etc. No matter what you send the traffic to, make sure that this place that you send traffic to makes it crystal clear, bold headline already. Why are you here? What is it in it for you when you do whatever we ask you to do here on this particular page? That's super, super important. And then once you got that right, then yes, you could use ViralURL to promote something as unusual like a pet product development crowdfunding campaign. You could do that. Will the results be the same as if you, for example, promote a traffic product? No, it will be a lot less, but it is a way to get traffic there. Long run, what you want to do is, again, like I said, look for places where this particular target market that you're looking for is actually hanging out, where they are on a daily basis. And for example, like if your product is about pets, as again, forums, blogs, etc. Something related to that topic. That's where you want to go then. Now, with internet marketing, you could go as simple as the Warrior Forum, right? But then on the Warrior Forum, for example, you can't really advertise much unless you pay De Niro. And so you need to find places that A, allow you to advertise, and B, where, of course, people are hanging out. By the way, good tip on that one. If you find any forum and they have Google AdSense on there, bingo, you can target with Google AdSense that particular, AdWords. Well, they put AdSense, you use AdWords to then advertise on that site. It uses Google AdSense on their site. They have the little Google ads on there. You can actually target a specific domain in your Google AdWords campaign and say, I want to advertise on that page. You make your offer, how much per click you're offering, etc. And then, or how much per 1,000 impressions you offer, etc. And then you can advertise on those pages. Just another food of thought. Now let's move on to our next question. And again, a little reminder, guys, if you have any questions, make sure that you put them in the text chat, because I need your questions in order to move on, to help you guys really. If you want to I want to help you personalize instead of just giving this general feedback here. I know the general stuff could be sometimes useful too, and you pick up little nuggets left and right and center from those, hopefully. But if you tell me exactly what's going on in your personal online business, then I can help you more in that one. And if you're not sure what your question is, just describe what you're doing so far. Maybe I can have a look, etc. So it's very simple. I'm here for you guys to help you. So let's move on. So the next question that I had here, let me just quickly see if I covered the last one to all extents. I think I did, yeah. Yeah, that one is covered. Now let's move on to our next question. We had another question from somebody who already started to build his own list. And I don't have his name. He left the question anonymously. But basically, one second, please. Here we go. We just had a little technical glitch here. I just heard my Marketing Meetup again, the replay. 1 second. Let me just quickly get that out of here. And then let's continue with the question from Mr. Anonymous. Okay, so basically he already said that he started building, just pause this here quickly. There we go. Okay, oh good. So basically he said he already started building a mailing list. Like he said, he had a list of about roughly 3,000 people. And he built that list using methods of solo ads and ad swaps. And now his question was, what is the best and fastest way to scale up that won't break the bank using my existing converting lead magnets and still get the highly targeted traffic I've been getting? And that's a bit of a tough one, because number one, the traffic methods that he has been using there so far of using solo ads and ad swaps are basically some of the best methods to build your mailing list out there. They're the most effective one. Mailing, just to explain to you, doing solo ads, basically what he does, he pays to have somebody else mail for him, and then in their mailing, they basically advertise his name capture page, his lead capture page, and so he builds their list out of their list. The people, if he's lucky, and can get them even to advertise and endorse mailing, a solo ad where the owner of the list says, check this out. This is another great, thing that you should be a part of. Then he's going to get a really good conversion there, especially if he has a well-tested lead capture page that is known to convert. Solo ads has the big advantage also that you're not sharing that list with anybody. That person has the list obviously already, right? But it's not massively shared with a lot of people. It's just between you and that person that you do the solo ad with. Now, downside again, as I said, it can be costly, and paying for solo ad mailings, it depends on what kind of what their offer is, but often it's either that you pay per click, that you basically say, I pay for 1,000 clicks from that ad, from that mailing, or you pay for 100 clicks from that mailing, or whatever it is. And the cost is roughly, you see stuff out there between somewhere, if you're lucky on the low end, 30 cents per click up to, I mean, there's actually not really an upper limit there. I mean, it could be 50 cents, could be $1, whatever it is per click that you end up paying. But roughly, if you go around, let's say 40 to 50 cents on average, it's probably a good range that you can get these kind of like solo ads being mailed for. So if you know now that your, the landing page that you're sending them to converts at a certain rate, let's say it converts at 25%, that you mean out of 4 visitors, you get 1 new subscribers, and then you buy 100 clicks, that's 25 new subscribers for your own list. Or if you buy 1,000 clicks, that's 250 new subscribers for your own list. You get the point, right? Now, so that's one of the best ways. The other way, he said, and that's something that is free to do usually, but the thing is, doing ad swaps is something that has the advantage of being free, but then the disadvantage, obviously, of especially in the beginning when you're starting out, of not having much leverage. Usually, you do app swaps with some list owner or with another list that is roughly of the same size as your own. Basically, you say, well, I mail to my 1,000, you mail to your 1,000, and then that way we both grow each other's lists that way. Downside there is obviously that you end up having to mail for them as well. So you kind of like watering down the results on your own list a little bit, because the more you advertise to them other things, the more they're gonna get mails from all kinds of people. Also, if it's not really top-notch stuff that you're promoting, you're just doing an app swap with whoever out there, then people might trust you less, because you recommended a source that's not really that good. For example, maybe they are used to a certain standard from what you get, what you send them. Now they suddenly end up on somebody else's list and they get a lot of junk, maybe a lot of advertisement that they don't want to see, etc. Less content, maybe, who knows? Then you're sharing your list basically with every single time that you mail for somebody else, you share your list with that other list owner, right? And so if you do like ad swaps on a regular base, you will, on the long run, most likely reduce the effectiveness of your own mailing list there. Now, so what is another way to do? You can do this without breaking the bank, and that to convert more of your more people into signups and subscribers. Well, the first thing is, of course, when he said like breaking the bank, whatever is breaking the bank for one person is affordable for another, right? I mean, so it's hard to say, maybe stay away from everything paid, just use free methods. No, not really, because some of the paid methods are really, really good. Solo ads are really good, but then obviously they're probably on the upper end of the scale, in regards of cost to do these things. A single mailing can cost you $50, $100, $200, whatever it is, more sometimes, depending on the size of the list that you're mailing to. So it's costly there. Now, another option that I think is a really good alternative between, not cost, yes, but not as high, effectiveness, yes, but not as high either, of course, than the other one. But it's a way that you can then scale up to find more ways of getting traffic to your, in his case, how did he call it there? To his lead magnets, which is basically another term for a name capture page, for a squeeze page, or lead capture page, whatever you want to call it. It's all the same thing in the end. It's a page where you offer something in exchange for a name and email address, or just an email address, basically to build your own mailing list. Now, so an alternative that I see that I like a lot, well, not just because I own sites like this, but in general because I use that technique even myself with other sites that I'm a member of, is using viral list mailer sites. Basically signing up for them, either the free offer if you can't afford it, if they offer some mailing ability to free members, often involved with you having to do certain tasks in order to earn your credits to be able to mail out. But that's a way if you don't have the money, right? Or if you have the money, investing in the upgrades and then doing the mailings without having to do the labor, so to speak, right? And the good thing is here, often you can upgrade for these things for about the same cost of a solo mailing, but it will last you for a whole year, or for a quarter of a year, or a half a year, or whatever the time frame is. And you pay that amount the one time, and you can mail over and over and over and over again with that service, out to build your own list with every single mailing. Again, like I said, the results with these kind of mailings will be lower because the list is shared. There's multiple people mailing those people. And obviously, the more emails somebody gets, the less likely they'll take action upon every single thing they get, obviously, right? I mean, people still take action on some of these things, whatever catches their attention, but not on all the things anymore. Usually there's some kind of like a, if you see too many advertisements, eventually you tune out. So the effectiveness is less than a solo mailing, but it's still effective, and I personally still use that method. So using, ViralList mailer sites or downline builder sites, that kind of thing, that allow you to mail random members of their database is a good way. Now, don't confuse this method with safe list advertising. It's another way to do it. You can do safe list advertising, and that's another usually even lower cost way to mail out. But then those people usually get 10 to 20 to 30 times to 40 times more messages every single day. So obviously the effectiveness of mailings to them will be also a lot lower there. Another way to do it, but that's kind of the cheeseburger traffic, even less quality. And if you want to have a medium range, go for ViralList mailer sites like ViralURL.com, ViralinBox.com, ViralHosts.com, or all these other ones out there. There are dozens and dozens of these kind of services out there. Just make sure that number one, try it out first. Maybe if you're not familiar with them, if you don't know how good their mailing services is, maybe try out a smaller package first, see what results you get, track your results, and then upgrade later on if you see that you get good results with that particular site. Or the other way is, of course, to base it on, look at review sites, people that review different mailer services. And I have can't think of his name right now, but there's a guy out there who blogs regularly about his personal results that he gets with using different kind of mailer sites. And if you look at what he is using there and then follow somebody like that, so maybe do a Google search for something like ViralList mailer site or Safe List compared or something like that, where somebody's using them all, and there are people out there that do that and that share the results that they got with these sites, so you can have some idea of what is working better and what is not working as good. But obviously, keep in mind that if they're affiliates of that particular sites, they might thump it up a little bit just because they want to earn a commission there. So be careful with these things. Still, even if they recommend a particular service, don't go all in. Try it out for yourself first, see if it works for your particular market. Don't just take the word of one single person out there to invest a lot of money in a particular site and upgrade that site to be able to mail out there. But this is a way to go for it, and that's a way that you can build your traffic without you having to water down your own list. You get the people in, but you don't have to mail for others. That's a good thing there. Now, another method here is, just quickly have a look. Yeah, and it's using other sites that allow you basically, if you narrow it all down, what you want to do is you want to generate more traffic to your name capture page, to your lead page, or what he calls a traffic magnet there. So how can you get more traffic to those things without you having to, or maybe, he's doing ad swaps, which is a watering down of his long list, but you want to look at what other methods are out there to generate traffic. And again, as I said, quality-wise, solo ad mailings and ad swaps are probably the highest kind of quality you can get, followed by the ViralList mailers, and then maybe a lot further down the safe list. Now, another method that you can do is to generate traffic is to use sites that allow you to do traffic exchanges. Basically you visit other web pages in return of you getting credits that display your web pages to other people. These kind of traffic, of course, will be the lowest kind of quality, but it can be done 100% free. Why is it lowest quality, by the way? Because people are just surfing around and they're just looking at pages to earn credits for their own pages to be displayed. Now, if you're a little bit smart and have a little bit of money on the side, you're probably still going to use these methods, because you can basically purchase from those sites the credits to display your page, so you don't have to do the labor. And those kind of credits usually are extremely cheap, meaning you get a lot of exposure to your web page, to your name capture page, for very little money. But again, track exactly what's happening there. Make sure that you track if you get any signups at all from that particular service. If you send tens of thousands or tens of thousands of visitors to a web page and you don't get any signups at all, obviously that's not a place to continue advertising it, right? So make sure that you try that. But this is a way where you can start really for 100% free to generate additional traffic. Admittedly, cheeseburger traffic, very low quality, but it is free. It doesn't break the bank at all. Or if you pay a little money, you can get it very, very low cost. Now, another way to go about it, and that I personally like a lot, and I covered, or I went to the topic a little bit earlier on already, was that you use, or that you build your own blog. You start getting your own website up, own blog post, start putting your blog content on there, and basically build SEO traffic on there. And Matt is just saying that, no worries, Matt. I acknowledge, no problem that you're not on here today. We'll chat to you later. No, but so okay, creating a blog, getting content out there is another way of going about this, and that's a way that I personally use also. Admittedly, I should put more content out there. Sometimes I feel a little bit like, too little time in a day to get that all done. But that's something, if you're starting out, if you still have more time than money, especially at that point, definitely blogging, regular blogging content, getting SEO traffic from Google that way or from other search engines. And, think about it that way. Every time you put a blog post on your webpage also, the person reading it that learns something new from your blog post sees you as the expert in the field there, even though maybe you're just a few weeks, few months, maybe a few years longer around that person that just read your blog post, but still you get seen as an expert in the field if you provide good content in your blog. And then the chances of them opting into your list that you should have in the sidebar of your blog there getting higher and higher as they see and recognize that you know what you're talking about and they want to maybe learn more from you. So definitely your own blog is one of the methods. Anybody, no matter if you're in affiliate marketing, if you're a network marketer, if you have your own products online that you're selling, you always should have also a site where you have a blog where you brand yourself or you brand your niche that you're in, and you provide content that helps your people. Just food of thought. If you own a product, or if you have a product or you're offering a service, you can use the blog to answer your customer questions. Every time a customer question comes in that can be generally answered, put a blog post on there. Finding content in the beginning might be really hard. You might think, oh, what should I write about? What should I write about? But then if you look around, for example, if you're in a particular niche and you look into the blogs of other blogs, right, or into forums on the same topic and see what people ask, what kind of questions they ask, what kind of topics they cover, then you can get ideas really quickly for yourself. And then if you have your own product or service, it's really easy because usually we get feedback from our customers, right? They say something, maybe they just, very simple. I can't find where to reset my password. You could have an article that tells them exactly how to reset their password to log into the members area. As simple as that. Anything helpful. If you have affiliates, you can put blog posts on there helping them, how do I rewrite a pre-written email that I have done? Like how do I get better results from my marketing? What are ways to advertise? And share with them whatever you learn. Doesn't mean that you need to know everything. I don't know everything yet, for sure. And we all just keep learning. And whatever we learn, we share. And that way, we help those that haven't learned this particular lesson yet. Obviously, there will always be some people, and I'm sure some of you are sitting here now and saying, well, that one I knew already, that one I knew already, that one I knew already. Frank, tell me something new. Well, if you have a particular question, put it in the text chat, right? Let me know. And hopefully at some point we get to a topic that helps you personally. But there's always gonna be some people out there that know that stuff already, and some people that learn from it. So don't feel, don't fear of sharing whatever you know out there on your blog, because in the end, the more you put out there, the more traffic you'll get, the more you'll build your list. It's just a process. It's a process that doesn't, you don't get to the end, to the end in a snap. It's something that builds over time. So simply keep posting in there, put in content there. And sorry, I blanked out there for a second. Trying to multitasking here at the same time, switching between web pages around. Okay, here we are reconnecting, it says. Okay, now so that's another method of going about this. Just simply keep adding content to your blog and content that you put out there, and that way you're going to build also your mailing list over time further and further. Now let's move on here with the next point, and that's basically about publishing articles also in article directories. Also, I mentioned that before, so that's another way to get traffic to your name capture page, right? You could put articles out there that you, by the way, if you write content, put it first on your own blog, and then wait a little bit, and then later on maybe repurpose that content, maybe rewrite it slightly, or just leave it the way it is, and then publish it also in article directories. Google will like your content the best because it found it first on your blog, but the other ones still get some listing, get still some benefit, and you get traffic from people on that article directory itself that are looking for articles on that particular topic. So it will still give you benefit there. You know, SEO-wise, maybe not as much because the article content was used already before on your own blog, but it's still going to get you traffic from people using, for example, that article directory looking for content to republish, etc. So definitely also use article directories and put your good content, the good articles that are not promoting a particular product. Keep that in mind. The article directories don't usually like that kind of content. They want real, just helpful content that doesn't promote anything. And if you want to promote anything in article directories, that basically goes into your signature file at the bottom below the article. What I usually recommend is to put something in there saying like, if you like to know more on the topic of XYZ, whatever you covered in the article, check out and then link to your name capture page, basically, or to your blog, etc. So get the traffic there that way. Now, another way again is if you're offering, and I personally think the best way to build your list actually is if you're offering your own products or services on your own website, make sure that, especially if it's a sales page only there, that you offer your customers a way to also just opt in for free for certain information, for maybe a trial version, for maybe, you know, like a video that talks about, gives them content on a certain on that topic that your product covers there, etc. Provide them something of value for free. For example, if they leave the page, have an exit hover over showing that shows to them like, hey, wait, before you go, here's something you can have now for free, or even have it on the page, on the sales page, allow them somewhere to opt in. Now, the benefit there is, of course, that now you can have not only like when you drive traffic to your sales page, you can build your mailing list, but now if you have affiliates that promote your product, you can leverage on those people, those 99 out of 100 that don't purchase. Some of them will maybe opt in and get whatever you offer for free. Like I said, a free trial of your product. Maybe if you offer an ebook, for example, maybe you have the first chapter or first 2 chapters or whatever, a part of it that you give them for free, before they leave or on the page in general. You want to check out our first chapter before you make a purchase decision? No problem. Boom. Put your name and email address, and then we'll email you the first chapter to your address, and that way you get them on your list. Now, for if you have affiliates, just keep in mind that if you advertise afterwards via email, your product, you get them back to maybe upgrade or get the actual paid product afterwards. Make sure that you either have a way of using the affiliate link of the person that originally sent the person there, or simply send them to the default page so the affiliate's cookie is still in place and the affiliate still gets credit for that sale, right? Because they actually got you that lead. So you want to make sure that the affiliate later gets credit. Don't use your own affiliate link in those emails, and steal the affiliate commission from your actual affiliate. Make sure that you use either the default link, just this plain link to the website, or like I said, if you have the ability to do so, maybe use the affiliate link of the person sending them there. And the way that usually works is that the affiliate information is passed onto your autoresponder when you capture the name and email address of the visitor. So either one of those options will have that benefit that you honor the affiliates' efforts that they did, and you can now benefit from the efforts of many people driving traffic to your website, and you then building your own mailing list out of the efforts of many people. And that's basically what site owners like Colin and I and Aurelius and Matt, etc., what we all do. We have a website offering something, and often there's a free front end or something that they can get for free. And when people opt in, we build not only our membership database, but we also build our autoresponder database. We get those people in our autoresponders, and that way have increased mailing list size. Basically, we grow our mailing list. And the point is simply like this. If the day has 24 hours, right? I mean, you can only do so much on your own. And if you really truly want to leverage and want to scale it up to the next level, then you need to at some point find ways to get other people to promote for you. And the easiest way is obviously if you have an affiliate program and you then offer something for free also that allows you to build the mailing list as well. So if you have something that's only for sale right now, think about what could you give away for free that the customer might want to have before they purchase. Or if they're not quite ready yet to purchase, offer them something else for free to check out first. I mean, I have seen pages, if you go, like, for example, to audiogenerator.com, I believe that's a very, very old site from Armin Morin and Rick Reddit's Alex Mendosian. I believe the one who created the site was Armin Morin. Armin Morin strongly believes in having a name capture, collecting a name and email address, even before showing people the sales page. I mean, he has first like a video or something there that gives them some information. You want more information about the product, opt in. And he simply says, if somebody's not willing to opt in, they're most likely not even willing, they're also not willing to purchase. So he goes the step ahead and says, like, let them opt in first and then purchase. And that way he's building his mailing list with every single person that opts in. Very, very smart idea. Now, the last option then is, of course, if having, instead of having just a product you're selling where affiliates help you, is having a membership site. Really a site where you make every single member automatically also an affiliate that promotes it, and you train them and give them the information and the training that they need to promote your site. Basically, it's like offering your own product or service, a scaled up version. You have a membership site where members return, they come back to your website. You can have opt-in options for different lists, segment lists in the members area where you offer them different things on regards of different topics, and they could opt in a different segmented part of the list. Like somebody is interested only in SEO traffic, opts in here. You want to know more on SEO traffic, opt in here. I want to know more on this topic, opt in here. So they have different ways of, you have ways to segment in there. And again, you can leverage on all those affiliates. And now the good thing is with that kind of membership site, where every member is automatically an affiliate as well, is that you simply get more affiliates faster. By other sites, like if you use, for example, a service like JVZoo or ClickBank, etc., to build your affiliate program. I mean, the advantage there is you don't have to manage your own affiliate program, you use their systems, but now the downside is you still have to get people first to become affiliates. Now, again, you could advertise it to your customers that purchase your product and say, hey, listen, if you're interested to promote this product, check this out. Here's how you become an affiliate. Or you could even, offer that before people purchase your product. But the downside is, again, not everybody will take you up on that offer. Not everybody will become an affiliate. Some will, some won't. Now, on the other hand, if you automatically make them an affiliate, the chances of them actually, doing something about it and using an affiliate program and promoting your product or service or membership site increases so much. The site becomes more viral, so to speak, because, the chance of one person coming into your funnel from the front and then doing something to get another person into the front of your funnel will increase a lot, especially if you have a free front-end memberships, a membership site where sign up is free. Now, all those people that sign up for free are also affiliates. I mean, that's the best way of growing your list. It grows the quickest, the fastest that way. And yes, okay, in the beginning you have to build your affiliates, and day one will be still slow, but eventually it's an exponential curve that starts growing faster and faster as you go. So that's the tip that I would give there on how to do it. And I have, by the way, if you see me being totally sidetracked here, it's every time GetResponse tells me it locked me out of my account and switches me to a complete different page inside Firefox here. Let's get back to the first page. Let me have a quick look if we got any questions here. Oh, I see this one is still trying to update. Let me just refresh here quickly. And let's see if we got any other questions. Otherwise, the hour is over almost. Hey, and we covered these questions. You know what, guys? I really need you guys to be more active and ask more questions, because in the end, the best way of me helping you is if I can answer your personal questions that you have live here in the Marketing Meetup. And I'm doing these things to help you guys, to help you use find better use or use our products better, but also to increase you in generally, to help you get your online business going better, to help you to get, here we go, pausing my own video, to helping you to grow your business faster than you maybe could on your own. I mean, a lot of things you can probably find out online. You search Google stuff, find answers, but it's so much easier. What I found from my experience being in coaching programs, etc., is if you can ask questions directly. And what I'm offering you guys here for free in the Marketing Meetup, admittedly at this time it's just once a month, maybe in the future more often if we get more participation. But what we're offering here for free, basically, to answer your personal questions on anything internet marketing related, anything online business related that you could come up with, not only just stuff related to my own products and services, but anything you have questions with. You have a particular website you have a question about, maybe you just want to get some feedback on something you're doing right now, go for it. I mean, that's what I'm here for. Now, so what I like you to do is, number one, before you come back next time, and hopefully next time, let's have a quick look, what will be the next Marketing Meetup? Just taking a quick look here at my calendar. Looks like it's gonna be the 7th of October, looks like. Yeah, Tuesday, the 7th of October, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time is gonna be the next one. Now, if you can leave any questions at all, that would be highly appreciated. Again, you can come back to this page at any time. While we're not on air, obviously you see the replay of the last Marketing Meetup here. And then, but just leave the question in the text chat that you could think of at any time, and we'll cover it next time when we go online. And these questions stay on here, and I see them before I start the next Marketing Meetup, and then can help you answer anything specific. Again, also, think of it this way: if you have a website out there, or you're planning to do a website, or started but it's not yet finished, and you need feedback, this can be invaluable. Like I said, I personally went in coaching programs before, years and years ago, where I paid a lot of money to be part of it. And the main benefit that I got there was me being able to be on calls like this. Well, actually, it was a phone call back then. There was no video. And I was able to go on a phone call and ask questions, and those people, there were 3 coaches in that case, they picked whoever had the best answer, and then one of them answered my questions there, basically gave me feedback on my websites. How can I improve it? What can I do to get more sales, more signups, etc. What other ways are there I could use for generating traffic? How can I do, am I checking, am I doing stuff right or wrong, etc. There's so many things that like individual questions that I could help you with. Just let me know what they are, and then we'll take care of this right here in the Marketing Meetup. The next one on October 7th. And well, if there's no more questions in here, and I don't see really many in here, I don't see just a little bit of chat going on here, but it was also all more in between, like hi and welcomes. If there are no more questions here, let's finish this month Marketing Meetup. It's now an hour into the call. We usually try to keep it by an hour, but if there's questions, I wouldn't mind to stick around longer either. So yeah, let's call this a day for today. Thanks again for watching this Marketing Meetup. If when you're live on, or if you're watching the recording, always glad to have you guys on here. Again, keep in mind that you let me know your questions as soon as you can come up with them. Leave them in the text chats somewhere on the side, either below or on this side. And we'll cover them with the next Marketing Meetup. Thanks again, and have a great day.
Thanks for meeting us in today's session. Share it with your friends. And join us again for the next Marketing Meetup on Tuesday at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Bye, guys and girls.